2, 1, and here we go. I am Lerard Smalls, and yes, this is Rise of the Black Warrior podcast. So glad you guys are chiming in today. I got a great conversation I want to share with you, so let's dive right deep into it. The conversation today is this: don't wish for it, work for it. Now, it might sound cliche because I've heard other people say it, but it's going to be a little bit different from my conversation today. Most people say don't wish for it, work for it, for the simple reason of, hey, some people just don't want to, do any work. They just want to wish for something. You just want to scratch off a little card from the grocery store and win $1 million instead of actually grinding and making shit happen. I get that. I say that. I tell people that. I tell my kids that. But this conversation is a little different, okay? And I want to tell you why. Specifically, it's because I have, in my life, been through some things that have grown me, okay? Not because I was so good at them or because somebody blessed me with it. It was just because I did a lot of damn work to get there. And I've competed with people who have had much more advantages from the start. Even from college, I remember I went to school with kids that were much more financially endowed than I was. They were, had parents who were, successful in their resources, have done a bunch of different things. But I was able to kick their ass in a couple of different, areas. And how could I do that? Just by working for it. So I'm going to explain a couple of things, right? So the first thing I want to explain is talent. Talent is something that is given to you, right? Or maybe a blessing. Like your parents could be wealthy or somebody could be rich and have children. And the kids now benefit for just being born into a wealthy family. So that kind of gives the kid a head start in terms of resources and access. Now, another kid right across the street didn't have much resources. Parents may not have had much education. So he just had the basics and starting from maybe a lower level in terms of the station of resources. Now, this kid starts off here. He's got some talents in a sport, or he's got some type of financial resources beats his parents. This kid may not have much talent, much in sports or knowledge, or maybe just not that quick in school, or didn't have any financial resources. These are two kids starting out. Now, this kid elevated to this level super fast because the head start from the talent and the resources. Now, this kid, let's say he learns how to use hard work. Hard work to build skills. Hard work to build skills. Hard work to build skills. Now, the thing about hard work and building skills is it builds momentum. It builds momentum up, up, and up. And before you know it, the kid that has hard work and built the skills will be at the same level as the kid that had talents, if the kid with the talent does nothing. Now, that's where we need to start. We're going to start the conversation there because I got this from talking to my son and my daughter. I recently won a competition in jiu-jitsu. Now, those who know me know that I recently just started in jiu-jitsu less than a year ago, 8 months ago, at 42 years of age, no experience before, just jumped right in and then started winning tournament after tournament. Now, how did I excel past some of the people who I competed against who had more experience than me, had been doing this longer than me, whatever? And I liken it to just hard work. Just the willingness to go really hard and be committed and be consistent at something. When you are super committed and consistent at something, you will build up this thing called momentum that will allow you to move faster and grow past those people who just have the talent and the resources. Now, I say this because I was talking to my son, and he's a super talented kid, super bright, but not very motivated to do certain things. And I had to tell him, hey, if you're lazy, and yes, you may have accelerated before other kids just because you just have a gift and a talent to be bright and to be smart. Once you get to a peak, you won't go any further past that. And some of you maybe that are listening to me right now have peaked at your talent. You have peaked at a talent spot, and you at a spot right now where you can't go any further, and you're wondering, why can't I go any further? And the problem is that you have now peaked at the place where your talent cannot take you. You cannot take you any further than where you want to go. You've peaked right there, and your talent cannot take you into that next level. So you're now stuck because you have not decided to use the superpower of work and build momentum. See, the thing about talents and gifts and blessings is that sometimes they can make us lazy. The kid that may just had all the resources, everything handed to him, never had to really work for it. They never was really challenged to do something that, somebody else who was less fortunate had to do to scrape. And when you start building the skills to build and to learn and to grow, you just get better and better. And before you know it, you never stop doing it. And there's no limit to how far you can go when you're committed and you're building the skills to learn and to keep going and being better. Now, you got this kid, right? This is the kid with the talent and the resources. This kid who's leveled up now. Once they reach the same level, this kid has momentum. He never stops growing, never stops pushing, never stops trying. And before you know it, they have become the very best in the world. Now, I bet you know some people like that. But if you don't, I'm going to give you one guarantee. Look at Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was cut from his team. He was cut from his basketball team, right? But how could he get cut from his basketball team and end up being arguably one of the greatest players to ever touch a basketball? Not because he was just so amazing at basketball from the onset. Not because he just had so much talent. I don't disagree that he doesn't have talent. I just agree that he just worked for it. He just was willing to shoot the shots. He was just willing to be there and go past others who may have been blessed and just had more access and resources, but weren't willing to do the work and keep up the consistency. So, what's the lesson in the blessing? The lesson in the blessing for you is that, hey, no matter what somebody else has an advantage to you right now, guess what? You could beat them, you could top them, you could be the best. There's nothing that could stop you if you're willing to work for it. If you stop wishing that you was that person or had those gifts or had that access and spent your energy just working for it. So that's how we go full circle in this conversation. This conversation, don't wish for it, work for it, means really don't wish you were them. Don't wish you had something that somebody else didn't have, that somebody else has. Don't wish for those things. Just work for the things that you want and push hard for them. Just stay focused on those things. If you spend your energy and all your time focused on how you can be better at that particular thing, take it from me, trust me. Kid from Brooklyn who didn't know anything about wrestling, started wrestling in college at, at 20-something years old, maybe 18 years old, only had 2 years, lost that. That was my extent of sports in my whole life. And then 22 years later, I get into a sport as a middle-aged kind of guy and ended up dominating. And now I'm having a blast, in my career as a champion jiu-jitsu practitioner. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Thank you guys for checking this out. I hope it was some value today. Whether you're watching me here in the studio or you just listening to it on the podcast, I appreciate it. We're on iTunes, we're on Spotify, and we're on YouTube. So again, remember, you are only one decision away from changing your whole world. All right, guys.